Hello, and welcome to a new book trust video as part of the Time to Read campaign. My name is Robin Etherington, and I'm a writer. I write all sorts of things. I've written puzzle books, I've written illustrated novels, I've written lots and lots of comic books, and I've even written books for adults, but we're not going to talk about them. What are we going to talk about? Well, one of the questions I get asked the most is, where do you get your ideas from? And it's a great question, but it can be a hard question because, of course, a great idea or a good idea or even a bad idea can come from pretty much anywhere. But one place I go looking for ideas, one place I constantly dig into is my own childhood. Now, today we're going to go back in time and see if we can drag some things out, and I can show you some of the things that inspired me and continue to inspire me. When we think of the books that we love, we often think of books that make us feel happy or make us feel safe or maybe remind us of a favourite holiday or something. And I have lots of books that make me feel that way, but there are some books that go beyond that. There are some books that I have read and I continue to read that have inspired me to create, inspired me to make my own stuff. And what I'd like to do today is to introduce you to two series that have meant an awful lot to me and have had a big impact on what I made. The first is called Asterix. This is an Asterix book, well, a collection of Asterix books. And this is a collection of Asterix books, and this is a collection of Asterix books, and this is a collection of Asterix books. As you can tell, there's a lot of them. And Asterix is a fantastic comic book series. It tells the tale of this guy here, Asterix, and also often his best friend, Obelix. And Asterix and Obelix are warriors. They used to live a long time ago, back during the Roman Empire. And these two lived in a place called Gaul, which we now know as France. In fact, they lived in the last free village, the only village that was keeping the Romans away. And their stories are filled with action and adventure and travels and mysteries and comedy and all sorts of lunacy. And when I was younger, my older brother introduced me to these books, and I was too young really to read the words, but I remember looking at the pictures and finding a way to tell my own stories just by connecting the scenes that I saw. And this was a very important series to me because this was very much the beginning of my love of comic books and telling stories using pictures and words. So the Asterix books, very, very important to me, and they're fantastic. The second series I want to talk about is one that actually I can't find my copies for. So I'm going to have to share a little shot here on the screen. And here we go. We can see it. The Agent Arthur Puzzle Adventures. Now these books, and here we can see a collection. This is the cover from a collection of 3 of them. These books were part of a bigger series, a bigger puzzle adventure series. And they did something which I had never seen before, which is that they told a story. But in order to get through the story, you as the reader had to solve puzzles on each page to move the story forwards. Now, this sort of interactivity really sparked my imagination, and it became something that I was quite desperate to include in my own work. And luckily, I have been involved in a number of puzzle books, and I really, really enjoyed that idea. And the Agent Arthur books were fantastic. Again, Arthur was your hero. He's cool dude with his orange hair sticking out here. And he also had a pet dog. Like, here he is, Sleuth, we can just see, tucked in the background down here. And he used to go on amazing adventures. And in fact, I was so inspired by Agent Arthur when I was at school and I was reading these books that I tried to bring a bit of him into my work wherever I could. And I remember I was set a piece of homework once when I was younger, a piece of geography homework. And I was told I had to draw a cross-section of the jungle. And I had to show all the different layers of the jungle. But I wasn't really that excited about doing that piece of homework until I started thinking. And this is a shot of what I handed in. So here we can see Agent Arthur, very much alive and well on the page here, moving through the jungle. And this is my attempt to fulfill that piece of geography homework. Now, I was very proud of it. I was very proud of it. I was so proud of it that I even wrote on the back. I wrote, Dear Miss Bosley, who was my teacher at the time, could I have this drawing back after you finish with it because I think it's really rather good. Humble. Miss Bosley has replied, and she has said, yes, Robin, it is tremendous fun, and I enjoyed looking at it, but, underlined 3 times, it is not, underlined twice, what I asked for. So there you go. Breaking the rules, but having fun doing it. Asterix and Agent Arthur were 2 immensely impressive series when I was younger. They had a massive impact on my imagination, on my thoughts about creativity and about the kind of books I might like to make. And they got me scribbling. And I still go back to them both now, well, when I can find them, because those ideas, the interactivity and the comic adventuring and storytelling are still very much a part of what I find inspiring. And when you're looking for books to have fun with, being inspired is a really important factor. And I can't wait to introduce these books to my own boy, when I found them, of course. And I hope they've given you some ideas maybe of things that you might look for in your own books and things that you might like to go hunting out on the shelves of your library or your bookshop. But I've really enjoyed introducing you to these little slices of my childhood. Hope you've enjoyed seeing these characters. Maybe you've got some inspiration to go hunting them down. And I hope you keep reading and keep having fun reading. And thank you very much for listening to my little video. Thanks.